Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special figure showcase and review we're going to be looking at the 1988 Japanese exclusive sparkabot wildspark. So what we're going to do with this video, we're going to unbox him live in a second, have a look at the entire contents of the packaging. We're then going to have a real detailed look at him. Now, he is only a sparkabot, so this won't take too long, but there is a difference between this one and the standard Hasbro one that was, of course, called Fizzle. So I'm going to show you the two differences between that. We can see, of course, how they were packaged differently, which was one of the main differences. Obviously, one was packaged in a box, the other one on a card. And the other difference, funnily enough, you'll see in a second, is the colour of the face. So I'm just going to move this guy out of the way for a second, and we're going to appreciate this lovely little box. So this is all he's packed in. Again, you can see at the top there, he is called wildspark. They did in fact change his name, and I think you can see there already that he's going to have a yellow face. Now, in Japan in 1988, they were very lucky. They still had cartoons of Transformers, whereas ours had stopped obviously after season 4 with the Headmasters. In Japan they continued, and in 1988 Super God Masterforce was the cartoon, and this is what this figure, well, this toy line is what this figure is from. Now you can see it is pretty much exactly just the same as Fizzle. Everything again apart from the face colour. We'll have a look in a second, but we've got some beautiful artwork there. In fact, is that the same? Let's have a quick look. It's exactly the same artwork. They've just changed the colour of his face. Brilliant. And again, I always say this, I love these little boxes because it's much easier. You know, you can put the figure back away in this, you take the figure off that particular card, and it's no real use to you after that. On the bottom we've got the robot points, and we've got the instructions on the back. That's the transformation process. I think I am going to do it in honesty, because I do intend to display this figure in robot mode. Now I want to carefully lift this up. That's it, just without damaging it, and you'll see here what I mean. This is fully protected and fully cased up in this lovely, beautiful little polystyrene casing like that. So I think it's been taken out before, but what we're going to do, we're going to turn it round and we're going to push through like so. I did forget to mention something quickly, going back to the box, that for those people who are unaware, the C stood for Cybertrons, which was Autobots in Japanese, and his reference number was 315. And again, that there is of course all the Japanese writing for Transformers, but we've actually got some English writing just above that, which I'll show you in 2 seconds. I'm just going to pop the polystyrene back in. So the English writing says transforms from sparkling race car to robot and back. So if we take the Hasbro one, now granted this one is a bit older, so it does look like there's a color difference on the spoiler, but that's just because of how old this particular figure is. There's nothing different on the front side. So when he's in vehicle mode, again, this is just newer, there's no differences whatsoever. The main difference is, as you can see there, when we spin it upside down. So if we just move this one to the side and we get this guy, in fact, let's transform him then. So nice and carefully fold that back, and then we can just separate ever so slightly at the waist. I can't even remember how far these come up. There we go, that's a bit further than I thought. We can bring the arms forward, and there we've got both of them. And it just gives him just a slightly different look. I mean, they changed his name completely, obviously, to wildspark. I wonder if he still works. Let me have a quick look. I imagine he would if I went really, really fast with that, but in all honesty, I don't really want to damage the flint. But they were sparkabots, and that was what the gimmick was. And what that meant was, with that motor there, if you went fast and fast enough across the surface, there's a flint in there, a bit like a lighter, and it would shoot sparks out. And I think, does it say that? Yeah, there's a picture there you can see depicting that. So the two differences are, obviously, one was packaged in a small cardboard box, and the other one was packaged on a sealed bubble tour card. Everything on the back, oh no, they've got a more detailed transformation process, and of course he's got his different name, and the tech spec there is slightly different. I will do a separate Fizzle video in the future as well with the rest of the sparkabots. But this one is just to, I suppose, highlight and maybe educate people who've not even seen this particular version. And, you know, who knows, maybe you've actually got one of these and didn't realise it was actually the Japanese variant. But there you go, guys. If your Fizzle has a yellow face, he is in fact the Japanese version, and his name is wildspark. Hope you found this interesting. Let me know in the comments box. If you want to see more original vintage Japanese exclusive figures like this, check out the playlist. And of course, if you're not already subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button for me now, please, because you'll get to see loads more figures like these. Thanks very much for watching. Take care.